Trust in the workplace isn't just some vague ideal, it's the backbone of everything that makes an organization thrive. Yet, how often do leaders feel crushed by frustration because their teams don't really believe in what they say? Because promises get broken, whispers take over, and walls go up instead of coming down. That feeling of disconnect? It's a poison that eats at every new idea, every attempt to build something bigger than the sum of its parts. People are tired of walls, of hidden agendas, of pretending to listen when no one really is. This isn't about politics or buzzwords. It's raw. It's real anger mixed with desperation for something better, something real. Here's the brutal truth. If communication isn't crystal clear and open, trust can't exist. But it's not enough to tell people to be transparent, like it's some checkbox. Genuine transparency demands more than spilling facts. It means showing vulnerability. It means admitting when plans fail, sharing doubts instead of just polished updates. Real talk goes way beyond corporate light talk or sugarcoating. So, the first command is this: stop hiding behind power plays and vague emails. Start exposing the cracks openly. Share the real, sometimes uncomfortable truths, exactly what's happening, what's at stake, and why it hurts when things go sideways. The moment leaders do this, something powerful happens. The cage of suspicion starts to break. But it's not just about honesty, it's about how honesty is delivered. You must silence the noise of jargon and formal scripts. Speak as if you're in the same room breaking bread, not a CEO posting a quarterly report. Use language everyone understands and make your words carry the weight of your commitment. Every single conversation should carry the pulse of intention, not just information. This is how trust grows, when people feel not just informed, but valued and seen. So demand from yourself and your leaders a radical shift. Ground every message in empathy and candor. Make transparency the rule, not an exception. Next is the deadly mistake most leaders make. They treat transparency like a one-way street. News travels top-down and stops there. But trust? Trust breathes through two-way fire. Create spaces where people are not just allowed but expected to push back, to question, to speak their minds without fear. When teams raise uncomfortable questions and leaders don't shrink from them but lean in, that's when trust explodes. You must command your team to normalize dissent, not as rebellion, but as fuel. Encourage brutal honesty, even when it stings, because trust thrives in that raw, unsanitized exchange. Here's an insider move few talk about. Stop demonizing silence. Silence often hides overwhelming fear, uncertainty, or lack of clarity. Hunt down that silence wherever it roams in your organization. Ask directly, what are you not saying? What are you afraid to say? Then fiercely protect those who risk exposing uncomfortable truths. Because trust doesn't just come from truth, it comes from the courage to make truth visible and safe. Finally, force yourself to measure trust tirelessly. Use tools, conversations, anonymous feedback, but never assume it's there just because nobody's complaining. Trust is fragile. It must be tested, challenged, and rebuilt constantly. Make this a daily obsession. Turn every meeting, every interaction into a litmus test for how real and deep your transparency and trust really are. Don't settle. The moment you stop pushing for this clarity, suspicion grows back like a weed. If these steps seem radical, it's because they are. This isn't about keeping old systems running. This is a revolution inside your company, the one where power truly belongs to those who dare to communicate openly and listen ferociously. This is what separates founders and leaders who merely build companies from those who birth movements, legacies, revolutions. Every second wasted pretending communication is fine is a second lost in the war for trust. Take control. Tear down the walls of silence, jargon, and fear. Make transparency your weapon and trust your fortress. The world will continue selling illusions. We build the reality where honest conversations unleash unstoppable human power. This is how trust is made. This is how your future is won.